A long time ago, there was a poor barber who lived with his wife, but there was no peace or happiness in their home. Every day and night, his wife would keep complaining, "Look, I didn't even get enough food to fill my stomach today." At night, because of her endless scolding, the barber could hardly sleep. His wife would keep shouting, "Why did you marry me if you couldn't feed me properly? People who have no money should never get married. If I had stayed at my father's house, at least I would have eaten properly twice a day. But here I am starving. Widows fast because they have no husbands, but you are alive. Why am I starving like a widow?" She didn't just stop at words. Sometimes she would even hit him with a broom. One day, after getting beaten and insulted badly, the barber felt so ashamed and helpless that he decided to leave. He picked up his shaving kit and left his house. He promised himself that he would not show his face to his wife again until he earned some money. The whole day he went from village to village looking for work. By evening, the tired barber reached the edge of a forest. He was so exhausted from walking since morning that he sat down, resting his back against a tree. There, he started crying loudly, thinking about all his troubles. But here's what he didn't know. The tree he was sitting under had a ghost living in it. When the ghost saw a living man sitting under its tree, it naturally felt like twisting the man's neck. So, the tall ghost, as tall as a palm tree, slowly came down from the branches, stretched out its long arms, opened its huge mouth wide, and stood right in front of the barber. The barber's eyes almost popped out of his head in fear. The ghost said, "Hey, barber, now I will twist your neck. Let's see who can save you now." Seeing the ghost, the barber's blood turned cold and his hair and beard stood on end. But still, he did not lose his mind. After all, everyone knows that barbers are very clever people. The barber said bravely, "What did you say, ghost? You will twist my neck? Wait, tonight alone I have already caught so many ghosts like you and locked them in my bag. Let me show you. It's good that you came. I needed one more ghost tonight." Saying this, the barber quickly took out a small mirror from his bag. Every barber keeps a special wooden box with them. Inside that box, they have their razor, sharpening stone, and other tools. They always carry a mirror, too, because customers like to see how well their beard has been shaved. So the barber held up that mirror right in front of the ghost's face and said, "Look, here's a ghost. I caught it and trapped it in my bag. There are many more inside. Hey, ghost, now I'll catch you too and tie you up in my bag. You will join the others." When the ghost looked in the mirror and saw its own face, it got so scared that its bones almost rattled. It thought, "Oh no, the barber is telling the truth. Catching ghosts must really be his job." Shaking with fear, the ghost said, "Oh, sir, oh dear barber, sir, I will do whatever you say. Just please don't trap me in your bag. Whatever you want, I will bring it for you." The barber laughed and said, "Should I trust you? Everyone knows ghosts are big liars. You will promise one thing, but later you'll do something else." The ghost begged, "No, no, sir, please have mercy on me. Tell me what you want. If I don't bring it, then you can trap me in your bag." So the clever barber said, "All right then, right now, bring me 1,000 gold coins. And before tomorrow night is over, build a big barn next to my house and fill it to the top with rice. But first, show me those gold coins, or I will catch you right now." The ghost cried, "No, no, I'm bringing them right away." Saying this, the ghost disappeared somewhere. After a short while, it came back and dropped a big bag full of gold coins in front of the barber. When the barber opened the bag, he saw 1,000 shining gold coins. He was overjoyed. Then the barber said to the ghost, Remember, before tomorrow night ends, build that big barn and don't forget to fill it with rice. Now you can go." The ghost ran away as fast as the wind. Early next morning, carrying the heavy bag of gold coins, the barber came back to his house and knocked on the door. Inside, his wife had been crying all day and night, feeling sorry for how she had beaten her good husband so badly in anger. She ran to open the door and fell at the barber's feet, begging for forgiveness. Then, when the barber opened the bag and poured out a whole mountain of gold coins on the floor, his wife's eyes almost popped out in surprise. The next night, the ghost, still scared of getting trapped in the barber's bag, worked all night. It built a huge barn next to the barber's house and carried sack after sack of rice on its back to fill the barn to the top. Another ghost, like an uncle, saw this and asked, "Hey, what are you doing? You're a ghost. Why are you working like a poor laborer, carrying rice all night?" When the ghost explained the whole story, the uncle ghost laughed and said, "You fool, you really believed that silly mirror trick? Did you really think the barber could trap you in his bag? He fooled you and you fell for it like a donkey." Then the ghost said to his uncle, "Uncle, you are doubting the barber's powers? Fine, come with me, I'll show you." Saying this, the ghost took his uncle to the barber's house. They peeked in through the window to see what the barber was doing. But the clever barber felt the cold wind and the strange ghostly smell, and immediately understood that the ghosts were at the window. He quickly held up his same magic mirror and shouted, "Hey, ghost, you brought another one with you? Wait, I'll catch him too and put him in my bag." The moment the ghost's uncle saw his own face in the mirror, he got so scared that his hands and legs felt like they went inside his belly. He started crying and begged the barber, "Oh, sir, forgive me. I'll never doubt you again. I promise I'll build one more barn, but this time I'll fill it with rice that's already cleaned and ready to cook. Just please let me go." So, without doing anything else, the ghosts worked hard for 2 nights. The barber became very rich with gold coins, rice, and ready-to-cook rice too. After that, the barber lived happily with his wife, children, and family for the rest of his life.